Diving deep into the Los Angeles Lakers situation with the 55th pick in the upcoming draft, there's a lot to unpack here. The real question buzzing around is whether the Lakers should just sit tight with that pick or go all in and try to buy an additional pick. At face value, holding on to the 55th pick gives them a solid shot at adding a young player to their roster. But the smart move could be to leverage some money and maneuver to move up, or even to outright buy another second-round pick. The reason this discussion leans heavily on the second round rather than the first is pretty straightforward. Teams rarely trade first-round picks for cash these days, mostly because the value of those picks is sky high and the financial and regulatory hurdles make it tough to pull off. A second-round pick, though? That's a different beast entirely. The price tag generally floats somewhere between $2 and $4 million, which, while significant, is more manageable and aligns better with the Lakers' current financial and roster building strategy. Another layer to this puzzle is the salary cap situation and the complexities introduced by the new collective bargaining agreement. The Lakers have to keep an eye on the so-called hard cap, specifically the second. Apron, which puts an upper limit on what they can spend if they decide to acquire a pick through cash. While this might sound like a big hurdle, the Lakers front office is well aware of these rules and will likely ensure they stay under this threshold regardless of what moves they make. There are ways to navigate this, including sending out money to teams that are already above the apron with a limit of a little over $7 million in total. This mechanism allows some flexibility, but the bottom line remains buying a second-round pick is realistic. Buying a first-round pick with cash? Not so much. When you look at the draft itself, this year is viewed as quite deep, even into the second round. There are several players who could turn out to be hidden gems. Players who might not make headlines but can definitely contribute solid minutes and become vital role players over time. The Lakers have historically had good success in finding these types of contributors in the second round. Guys who fit specific roles, play hard, and develop well within the system. Think about the playoffs this past season, where multiple former Lakers, whether picked in the first or second round, played key roles in getting their teams deep into the postseason. Although the Lakers haven't always hit on star-level picks, missing out on players like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, when it comes to role players, they've done a fantastic job. Names like Julius Randle and Brandon Ingram come to mind, both of whom have reached all-star status but were not lottery picks. Beyond that, players such as Josh Hart, Larry Nance Jr., Ivica Zubac, Alex Caruso, and even Mo Wagner have all been part of the Lakers' broader draft and development success stories. These guys have provided tough, gritty minutes, and their contributions have often been more about intangibles, hustle plays, and solid defense rather than flashy scoring. The Lakers seem to have an eye for identifying players who can come in as role players and steadily improve, especially those picked in the later stages of the draft or even undrafted. With this track record, it's reasonable to trust the Lakers to find a useful player with the 55th pick, but also to believe that they could enhance their chances by acquiring another second-round pick earlier in the round, maybe around the 45th pick. That way, they get two shots at uncovering a diamond in the rough. Of course, any pick they decide to buy or hold has to make sense strategically. They won't just throw money at a pick for the sake of it. The goal is to find players with upside, young, developing talent that fits the Lakers' long-term plans. Youth and potential are the key buzzwords here. The Lakers desperately need to build a strong development program, which means having young players who can grow within the organization. Veteran players, even established stars, still develop and evolve. But it's the young talent that forms the foundation for future success. Think about Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura, who are still on their upward trajectories, growing their games and adapting to the NBA pace. Even a player like LeBron James, arguably the greatest of all time, continues to refine his craft and adjust his game. To keep that cycle going, the Lakers need a steady influx of promising young talent. The Bronnies, the Daltons, guys who can come through the system, learn, and eventually step into more significant roles. This is particularly crucial because the Lakers roster will inevitably shift. Players like Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves won't be on the team forever, and as they move on, the Lakers must have ready replacements who can fill in either as starters or reliable rotation pieces. These younger players might be the eighth, man off the bench or a dependable wing in the rotation, but they all need to have potential and the ability to grow into their roles. It's not just about quantity, but quality. Players who bring energy, defense, versatility, and can contribute on both ends of the floor. Cap space is another pressing concern for the Lakers. Even if LeBron James were to retire tomorrow, the team would still have very limited financial flexibility, somewhere around $16 to $17 million in cap space, which isn't a lot to completely overhaul a roster or sign multiple big-name free agents. The front office needs to be strategic about how they allocate their resources, especially in a league where talent is expensive and the cap rules are complicated. That means drafting smart, finding undervalued players, and building depth with affordable contracts. There's also some turnover expected on the roster in the offseason, with players like Alex Caruso, Jackson Hayes, and Shake Milton possibly moving on or being part of trades. This creates opportunities for the Lakers to reshape their bench and rotation, potentially by giving minutes to young players who can develop into key contributors. The discussions around Bronny James, LeBron's son, also factor into this. If Bronny continues to grow and show promise like he did late last season, he could carve out a role in the rotation, adding another young piece with upside. Dalton Kincaid is another young player the Lakers could lean on, especially if he can continue to develop defensively. He's not expected to be an elite defender, but should be able to hold his own and provide some offensive spark. The same goes for Bronny James, who ideally could become a two-way guard, a 3-and-D player who can defend multiple positions and knock down open threes. This kind of player is invaluable in today's NBA, and finding more athletes like this in the draft would be a big win for the Lakers. When scouting the draft, the Lakers might also consider centers, especially developmental types who bring size, length, and defensive potential. However, there's some caution here. They wouldn't want to draft a center simply to check a box and then treat it like the final answer at that position. Ideally, the Lakers would look for a more seasoned veteran center to anchor the team, while using the draft to add wings who can defend multiple positions, run the floor, and hit open shots. The value of 3-and-D wings cannot be overstated in today's NBA, and the Lakers could look to draft players in the later second round who have length and versatility. Even if their shooting is a work in progress, their defensive potential and hustle make them valuable. Players in the 67th to 69th pick range, for example, might not come into the league as sharpshooters, but could develop over the season and provide solid minutes. Defense, rebounding, hustle plays, these are the kinds of intangibles that over the course of an 82-game season really add up. Young, athletic players who can handle the workload and play solid minutes without breaking the bank are essential for a deep, competitive roster. The Lakers have shown a preference for drafting older college players as well. These players come into the NBA more mature, with a better understanding of the game, and are often more NBA ready right away. This type of player can provide immediate impact, something the Lakers might be craving as they try to balance competing now with developing for the future. Look at players like Blake Henson or Dalton Kincaid, who have shown they can hit open shots and play sound defense. While second-round picks aren't expected to be instant stars, the ideal scenario is landing a reliable rotation player, someone who can be the 8th or 9th man on the bench, capable of playing around 15 minutes a night during the regular season, easing the load on the starters and providing solid defense and occasional scoring. Max Christie is a perfect example of this. He showed flashes of being a valuable role player, but struggled with consistency and opportunity under Darvin Ham's coaching. His minutes fluctuated wildly, which made it tough for him to develop a rhythm. Once he moved to Dallas, he found more consistent playing time and blossomed into a key contributor. The Lakers may want to find their next Max Christie in this draft. Someone who can slot in as a two-way wing, contribute defensively, and knock down the occasional three-pointer. This kind of player may not dazzle from day one, but can grow into a steady, reliable role on a contending team. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NBA, Kevin Durant has officially been confirmed as a new member of the Los Angeles Lakers. This blockbuster signing is set to redefine the team's dynamics and intensify the competition in the Western. Conference Durant, known for his lethal scoring ability and versatility, brings a wealth of experience and championship pedigree to the Lakers. His arrival is expected to boost the team's offensive firepower significantly, complementing the existing stars and providing the Lakers with a formidable lineup that opponents will find hard to counter. The decision to join the Lakers marks a new chapter in Durant's illustrious career. After proving himself as one of the best scorers in the league with multiple teams, Durant's move to Los Angeles signals his ambition to contend for another NBA title with one of the league's most storied franchises. Fans and analysts alike are buzzing with excitement, speculating on how his presence will impact the Lakers' strategies and overall performance. The Lakers have been actively rebuilding their roster to reclaim their status as championship contenders, and Durant's addition is a major step in that direction. The team's management has made clear their commitment to assembling a roster capable of dominating the league, and securing Durant is a testament to those ambitions. His ability to score from anywhere on the court, combined with his defensive skills, adds a new dimension to the Lakers' game. Durant's signing is also significant for the broader NBA landscape. It not only strengthens the Lakers, but also shifts the balance of power among the league's elite teams. With Durant on board, the Lakers are expected to be a top contender, challenging other powerhouses and promising thrilling matchups in the upcoming seasons. This signing also carries immense excitement for Lakers fans, who have long awaited the return of a superstar of Durant's caliber. His presence is anticipated to energize the fan base and elevate the team's profile both domestically and internationally. In summary, Kevin Durant's confirmation as a Los Angeles Laker is a landmark event that will have lasting implications on the NBA. His talent, experience, and championship mindset are invaluable assets that could propel the Lakers back to glory. As the new season approaches, all eyes will be on Durant and the Lakers to see if this high-profile signing translates into championship success. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.